looking at that plant as a seed of
That is
God,
again
as
a
a blessing.
that is again a blessing from God that is always throughout the year with you. He represented our country in Asian Physics Olympiad. He went to Saudi
Wow.
Arabia. Yeah, thank you so much.
A proud Indian mother, I must say.
I am.
I have seen a Meeta 2.0 going to
Okay.
3.0, going to 4.0. So
5, 6 years old kids, their heads are into the phone. Their eyes are not ready for that kind of radiation.
clay activity, your hands are already
Already soiled,
soiled. So, anyways, there's no point of touching the cell phone.
Yeah, thought came into my mind that why the idol which is taken for Visarjan is not in the sea and again comes back to the shore.
That art keeps your brain alive and active, and it pulls you out of your so-called stress, responsibility, burden,
Very
whatsoever
true.
of your routine
Yes.
life.
Sometimes stances when you actually feel the presence of God.
Especially all the girls, guys, there are no breaks to your dreams, there are no breaks to your imagination, and there are no breaks to your better tomorrow, because the real hero in that entire journey is you. Hello everyone, to all the listeners, the social family, and all the viewers of this lovely podcast, The Transformation Show. Now, today's guest is somebody who is really special because she breaks all the barriers. And as we all know that being a homemaker has always been one job, one task, one responsibility which has been thankless for years and decades, maybe even centuries. And not just thankless, it's even payless. But I would call her homemaker to overtake her, because she has been shifted from her original city to Mumbai and then taking care of her family and still making it a point that she wants to put her foot into a business and making it big. Help me welcome one and only Meeta Suraya.
Thank you so
Hello,
much.
Meeta ji, how
Hello.
are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for inviting me for your this special show, and I'm really grateful. And we know each other from so long, but it's been always, you are very inspirational yourself, and you inspire a lot of people by your energy and the way you are managing all the things. It's really commendable. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. But trust me, so are you. And it's not
That's-
just because we are on the show that I'm talking,
Yeah.
but I've always seen you doing something new, something different, something more than the last time that I met you. Whether I've met you after a gap of a month or a year or 2 years, I have seen a Meeta 2.0 going to 3.0, going to 4.0. So let's go back to a little flashback. Let's go back in the flashback, and I want to understand, how did you manage to, first of all, get married out of your own city, coming here to Mumbai, and then how did this Meeta Kriti started? Like, what was the thought behind that?
See, Kunal, I'll tell you, marriage तो सबकी जैसी होती है, वैसी मेरी भी was, like family chosen my husband, and then he was working here, so I had to move myself from Udaipur to Mumbai. Here, when I came here, I had totally come with a thought that, okay, now I'm married, I'll be relaxed, peaceful at home, but I really appreciate my husband's contribution. He pushed me to do something because I have done my bachelor's degree in sculpting.
Wow.
And he found that, the creative aspect of me, which was like, dying because of me being just at home. So he said, no, you have to move out of the house and do something on your own. So I started with a job as a graphic designer.
Wow.
So I worked for 4 years in an ad agency before becoming a mother to 2 kids.
Oh, lovely.
And then again, when you have kids, then again you have to give a break to whatever you are doing. And my entire concentration, my focus shifted to bringing them up.
Right.
But again, after 4 years, when both of them were in this world, I thought of again doing it, something which I could balance, like both my family, kids, and my work, something like that. So something in between was there, and that's how Meeta Kriti came into existence.
Lovely. I mean, इतना सुनने में ही मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि ऑलरेडी आप शादी करके आए, there was a brain pause, then
Yeah.
you decide to do something, then again giving birth to not one but 2 kids, then again break. So it's very inspiring to see that how do you self-inspire. See, husband did his job of giving you that, the first motivation. It's like a
Yes,
key to the car.
yeah.
But finally, driving the car is your task, your job, your responsibility, which you did. And I really want to tell this to all the listeners, or especially all the girls who will one day become a woman and would want to get married and stuff. Guys, there are no breaks to your dreams, there are no breaks to your imagination, and there are no breaks to your better tomorrow, because yes, there is a contribution of family and life partner, but the real hero in that entire journey is you. So you are an inspiration to a lot of girls who are going to see this. So now, can you please tell me, before we move on to Meeta Kriti, about your kids right now? Where are they? What are they doing? Because that will also give a little insight that along with your actual two babies, you've handled another baby. That's your business.
Yeah.
So please tell us about your kids. What are they doing? Their names, something about them.
So I have two boys. Elder one is Shlok, and he was a very, very naughty boy. It was very difficult to grow him up.
I know he had stitches over here when he was 4 years.
Yeah, so he was very naughty, and right now he is 19 years old and he is studying at IIT Guwahati. And somehow we managed to, bring him together for studies, and he's very good in swimming also, and he's a state level gymnast as well. So he was, all his energies were diverted to sports, so then we could do some productive output out of his naughtiness. And yeah, and the younger one is Shresht. He is right now in 12th standard, and he is a very good academic science person. He loves maths, and recently he represented our country in Asian Physics Olympiad. He went to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, thank you so much.
A proud Indian mother, I must say.
Yeah, I'm really proud of this, because this boy has never been asked to study. Yeah, and he inspires himself, and he finds out which book to study, which exam to give. So with 6 other boys, this boy went to Saudi Arabia, and they won 2 silver, 4 bronze, and 1 special mention. All the kids got something, and we are hoping that it gets published in some media, and it was a proud moment, how we represent sports in Olympics. This was the time that kids represented our country, India, for Physics Olympiad.
Wow,
so it was a very
that's
proud
a big
moment.
thing.
Yeah.
I think Physics Olympiad. Okay, last when I studied physics was in my 12th grade, I believe. Okay, but great. So I would like to first of all congratulate you to bring up
Thank
these
you
two
so
boys
much.
in a very amazing way, and this also brings my attention on one thing, that not just for others as an art form, Meeta Kriti has done a great job, but also it is an example of when you as a mother not just clinging on to your kids what to do and not to do, it gives you your own space.
Yeah.
That also gives the kids their own space to grow, and when they see the parent, I've heard this quote which says that kids don't do what you teach, kids will do what they see.
Very true, very true. That's really
So when they've seen their parents being hardworking, smart working, and being in whichever field, so that gives them also a space. So now, bringing our talks to Meeta Kriti, can you please tell me what exactly Meeta Kriti is all about? What all do you do? And anything about the proud moment in that, please.
See, Meeta Kriti is a you can say art studio where you can experience all kinds of art in real form. There is no digital intervention.
Wow.
And you deal in real materials and natural materials. We do pottery with clay, and then we do sculpting, we do mural making, we do paintings, we do oil painting, which is very rare nowadays, and we do texture art. There are a array of activities which are there, which are very creative. And nowadays everybody is on phone. See,
Absolutely.
the neck is down just because you have a digital device in your
Totally.
hands. And more so, not just with adults, and I really, it's sad to see kids of 10, 11, 12 years old and maybe younger to that as well.
Younger to that
5,
also, yeah.
6 years old kids, their heads are into the phone. Their eyes are not ready for that kind of radiation, but still they are like, parents want to keep them busy, or they are now wanting to have it, and they, fight for it that no, we want my mobile time and my screen time. So that is very sad. But then these activities, we do it totally digital free. So there is like 1 or 2 hours at least you are engrossed in some creative activity which develops your mind,
Yes.
which is very good for your hand-eye coordination and the focus, which is now limited to 30 seconds. We try to do it for like at least 1.5 hour or 2 hours. So that is really helping people and corporates, students, kids, toddlers as well, like to have some time which is off screen and you're not glued to any screen.
I would like to second you in this, that when we had one of the activities in the retreats, and it was a surprise activity for all the members. We had around 25 people, age group from 18 to 65-year-old people, guys and girls mix. So
that's a varied age group, right?
Yeah. The best part about this entire thing was that we gave them, so we had them blindfolded. We had a meditation. I had some meditation for them. And then I told them, open your eyes and see what you have in front of you. The moment they saw the paper, the colors, the crayons, they were excited. That brought me to a realization that they have been maybe missing this child in them. One.
Yes, very
Second
true.
thing, we always have a rule to keep the cell phones away in the class. We don't allow them when it's a 2-3 hour session, and after every 3-4 hours break, they can see if there is an important call. They are not allowed to scroll. So what happens is that the moment they all started drawing, they couldn't stop being in that zone. And they were busy doing something, though I had given them a timeline of 90 minutes, they were drawing till 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Is it possible for us to have a workshop? I mean, when you say this, we did mention about kids, which is totally agreeable because everybody is in their cell phone.
Yeah.
क्या हम ये वर्कशॉप बड़ों के लिए भी कर सकते हैं, जहाँ हम सब भूल के एक वापस अपने अंदर का चाइल्ड रिलिव करना चाहते हैं या रिवाइव करना चाहते हैं? Do you suggest anything like this to be done, can be done, should be done?
Yeah, it's a very good idea. In fact, we should do this activity. It is for adults as well. We do it for a lot of corporates and a lot of individuals who come to us, like want to do spend some time together and have a digital free time. And want to do it in a creative manner. So we can do that as well. And it's like a self realization, or looking into your inner self. We ask them to close their eyes for 2 to 3 minutes, and then whatever things come to their mind, they're asked to take it out in the form of paper or in clay.
Oh, lovely.
So, paper again, there's little limitation, but clay is like it's 3D. So, immediately it comes out. And we are there to help, like, to get a good shape, or, like whatever there is there in their mind, how to just retransform it in clay. And
I remember one thing, I had come to you for some clay activity which was due for 6 months, and it was a small Ganesh idol that we made. So one thing, the advantage that you get engrossed. Second thing, when you're doing a clay activity, your hands are already in the soiled. So anyways, there's no point of touching the cell phone.
Yeah, you will dread touching
Either
it.
ways, है ना, आपको चाहो या ना चाहो, आप फोन वैसे ही टच नहीं कर पाओगे. तो इस एक्टिविटी को लेके आपके खुद के पर्सनल लाइफ पे क्या चेंजेस हुए? Like, how do you feel that you being an artist, you being into an art giving field, how has it changed you or shaped up your life in a good way?
I'll tell you, Kunal, how it works with me. It's somewhere, I think my hands of my parents as well, because they are also very calm and like never, gone into other details and then focused on just work and work. So that thing has come into me. I've seen my father getting up in the morning, doing all his routine, reaching his office at 8:30 sharp in the morning and coming out of it at 8 o'clock in the night. And with that thing has come into me as well. And my friends or my clients always tell me that how do you remain so calm? I think that calming effect comes from the profession which I am into already. Because, when I teach like my clients or kids or adults for that matter. So that gives me also some kind of satisfaction, and the smile in their on their faces after they have finished their artwork or their project, that gives me a lot of satisfaction. So it is a
Lovely.
like a self realization to myself as well, because I'll get to learn from them again. See, when I give you a task, right, you will put your creativity into it. So that will make me learn something.
Something, yes.
So it's an open field, and it is an open, like whole procedure is very open. You teach me something, I teach you something. So that keeps me, like in my
Lovely.
space, and satisfied.
Lovely.
So I am always like, looking out for new things to do, that because that keeps your mind alive. Anybody, for that matter, anybody, the moment you do something new, you will feel that, okay, my mind is much relaxed and calmer.
Yes, even I have read this in a couple of books, and I usually follow this Dr. Joe Dispenza in an international quote. So he says the more new things you do every day,
Yeah.
the more creative things you do every day, or you get involved in reading, writing, studying something different than what
Different.
you knew
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah.
your neuroplasticity helps you to, make new wirings.
Yeah.
It's called
Yes.
the wiring and firing, it's what it calls.
Okay.
So कोई चीज़ अगर आप हर बार अलग अलग करते रहोगे तो आपकी मेमोरी जो है वो ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग हो जाती है. एंड आई थिंक वन थिंग व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू एक्नॉलेज इज दैट कि जो एक आर्ट फील्ड में होता है, either you are a teacher or you are still learning through some or the other. It can be singing, dancing, pottery, whatever. That art keeps your brain alive and active, and it pulls you out of your so-called stress, responsibility, burden,
Very
whatsoever
true.
of your routine
Yes.
life. So it's like a refresher, and you go back. It's like a refresher. It's like, bathing in your mind, basically.
Yeah. So for me, I never have to go back. I'm always into it. So,
You have to come back to this world from your artwork.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm always into this. So when I have to relax myself, or like not relax myself, I would like to have to change my activity or change my.
Then you go on cell phones.
Yeah. Then I go in the kitchen.
Oh, then you go in the
Yeah.
kitchen. Okay, great. So, right. And one of the best thing that I have come across on your page, and we've also spoken through other people about you. Tell me your experience about KidZania, because that's an international brand, and having, Meeta ji representing the art form at KidZania is a big thing for me to, see and hear through different people. So could you please add a little more light on that?
So, Kunal, I will just tell you, KidZania was always, my dream kind of a space to be in. And recently in December, we had done a project with KidZania for Christmas. So, when I went there, first of all, what I saw, that the child enters KidZania at 9:30 and he's there till 8:30. And not even for 1 minute the child asks for the cell phone.
Wow.
Because they have something in their hand to do. The child himself never would ask for a phone if he's given task.
Correct.
So that is what I saw. And I saw parents loitering around there. They had nothing to do because they've got their child. So, I suggested them that, you should have something engaging for the parents as well. Because they are the ones who will get the child there. And they are spending their time there. So, this was my thing with KidZania. And it was such an honor and pleasure to be part of their community when they called me for the Mother's Day.
Okay.
And we had a nice panel discussion wherein child psychologist also.
Okay.
So whatever she said, like mentioned the today's scenario, how kids are growing and how we need to monitor their growth and how to keep them away from the digital thing. So all that was in sync with what I do usually. So I was like okay, man, this
Wow, you're in the
whatever
right
I'm
track.
doing in the right track. Yeah.
It's pretty much like we've always heard parents saying something which we don't hear. I mean, we don't follow when we are young.
Yeah.
But as we grow in the life, we realize ये सेम बात तो घर पे मम्मी ने कही थी.
हाँ,
या ये
yeah.
सेम बात शायद किसी डॉक्टर ने
Doctor
कही
ने
थी.
कही थी.
Whatever.
So then you.
So you are, without a degree, without a mention, you are a therapist actually, because I have seen a lot of psychiatrists suggesting a drawing therapy or a writing therapy or a
Yes.
clay therapy.
Yes.
Because that brings you on the paper, on the clay, on that, being in that moment. So I think this is a very proud moment for us to discuss this, because when you do something for parents also, they also need a break.
They also need a break.
It's not
And
just a
yeah,
child.
just the child. So they are coming there. So I had suggested them that, when you're making a parents lounge, or when you there is a place for the parents to sit down, give them some activity so they also go back home relaxed and, happy, not just the child. So that is what is this I've suggested to them, and let's see like how it goes ahead with them.
Lovely. And with all this, what you have been doing, and with all the activities that you're adding, tell me one experience that really touched your heart that day. I mean, out of your career, I think it's how many years now you're in the career? This is
16 years officially, yeah.
lovely.
Like, yeah.
16 years officially.
Yeah.
So out of these 16 years, one day, that one moment of extreme pride where you feel that, wow, Meeta, this is why you are in this profession. What was that one wow day, wow moment, or a wow client, or a wow comment that you had?
See, there are many things, because every day in all my routine, every day I get to hear something or some of the other things. But a real moment comes when your child acknowledges it. And, like when your child really contributes to your, activities, and they suggest you that, okay, they, because they see you that, okay, this thing is going somewhere. And then they suggest. So my son, he came to me and told me, you should build IPs. It has to go to the entire world.
Wow.
And you are really doing great. So that was the wow moment, I
Very
would
good.
say. And the other thing that, that doesn't fade out from my memory is, I was sitting with my boss and we were just having a discussion, because she keeps Ganpati at her place. And she just told me that when she did the Visarjan, and when she was coming back from the beach, so she was like walking very carefully. And, like you have to take care while you are coming out of the beach. So I just asked her, why so? Why you have to walk carefully? You've done the Visarjan, now you can go back home. So she said, because there are a lot of idols which are dug in the sand on the beach, which are broken. So you have to be careful that you don't step on them, and you have to come out of the beach.
Because
So
of
as
POP.
because of the POP. So that idea, just not just the idea, that thought came into my mind that why the idol which is taken for Visarjan is not in the sea and again comes back to the shore. So she said, because it's POP, it doesn't melt in water, and then it comes on the shore and it is in broken pieces and all that. So then that thought has actually, taken me ahead in my career, that I would say, and I think it's God's blessings that are there. And
Yeah.
that thought, and then I indulged myself into Eco-Ganesha. So
Lovely.
that
So
is
that's how Ganpati Bappa
Moria.
Moria started
Yeah.
for you. Lovely. Amazing. I mean, how it started and how God gives you way, because
Yeah.
maybe you were doing something already that you knew you could do, but until that flash of
Until that flash
guided
came,
light
yeah.
through a person, through a medium, through a set of your journey. I mean, the first lap.
So I'll tell you, Kunal, it is a very different kind of a story. It was not a product thought by me at
Obviously.
all. So, that thought was with my boss, which happened. Then again, a break, because I had kids. I had to stop that work. And then again, I started teaching kids, taking small summer camps. So I started with a sculpting camp. So there were 3 kids who had come to my home studio. And we made a small Ganesh idol in clay.
Wow.
And that girl, she had taken that to her home.
Okay.
And she must have happened to show it to her neighbor that, this is a clay idol, and I learned it from here. So that fellow, I still, cannot forget his name, is Vikramji. So he saw that idol and he came to me. He told that, I saw your idol that you had made and you need to make it for me now.
Wow.
I said, okay, I'll make it, but what size? He said 1.5 feet. I said, like, what, 1.5 feet?
Okay.
Yeah, because what I had made was
1.5 inch?
Yeah, 4 inch, 5 inch
Okay.
idol. So he said 1.5 feet. I have never done that for a Ganpati. I have made sculptures in my studies,
Okay.
but not idol, which is to be, he would take for worshipping.
For worshipping in
Yeah,
Ganesh
and
festival.
then it is like, a big responsibility on my. So I said, no, it's very difficult for me. He said, no, this is the, the dakshina, and you have to do it for me.
Oh.
I said, okay, so we do it together. So then I said, I'll make it. आप एक बार देखने आ जाना, आप चेक कर लेना whether everything going in place, and then if you'll say right, then I'll proceed further. So this is how it started, and
Wow.
he came, he saw, he approved of it, and then he did the Visarjan, and then that year I got orders for 2 idols.
Lovely.
So, and then from there it all started, and I'm really, really blessed to have this thing, be with me, and always, like, you won't believe, there are sometimes stances when you actually feel the presence of
Presence of
God.
God.
Yeah, that is like,
Believe in this completely,
yeah.
yes. I'm so glad. I really would want you to tell it to our audiences over here that how can they book clay Ganesha through you?
Yes.
Obviously, we'll be putting your links and numbers, but still, what is the procedure, or in how many days will you complete the order, and what is a minimum or a maximum size? So, if you can just guide us to our people, and then
Sure.
I'm sure you will have a lot more fans who would want to make and be in association with you for Ganesha.
So for Ganpati, now the time has come already. We have in August end, we have Ganesh Chaturthi. So what you can do is you can, to order a ready-made idol, you can contact me on my phone number, and we can discuss it out, how, like, what size you want, what color combination you want, and we can deliver it to you just 2 days or 3 days before Ganpati. And there is one more thing that we have, during COVID we got this idea that we have created DIY kits wherein you can create your own idol. You just have to, order our DIY kit from either Amazon or from our website, and the kit has all the things required to make a Ganpati idol. So we have like 10 SKUs in that. We have a 2-piece mold wherein you can make a 9-inch idol. Then you have a 7-inch mold where you can make a 7-inch idol. Then 6 inches. So these are the molds, DIYs, and then you have a ready idol with colors and other accessories required. So you can just paint the idol and worship it. So people have been doing it from past 4 years now, and it's really, very satisfying again, the concept that we have been following for all these years, that, I teach you and you make it. Like, so that is concept we got in a box now.
Lovely,
And
lovely.
you can order it to at your, like, and we have video tutorials for that. So if you are stuck somewhere, you can, check the video tutorial, or you can even contact me directly anytime, any hour of the day, and I'll help you do it in a better way.
Yeah, that's really friendly of you to offer them to call you whenever they want. Wanted to know what is the maximum number of counts of Ganesha you have managed to send it to people's house?
So now the max to max, when we created our own idols, so it was like 50 to 55 idols we
Are you
created.
serious?
Yes.
From nowhere to one
Yeah.
with a lot of apprehensions, and
Yeah.
from that 1 to 55.
Yeah, 55.
In that one set of Ganesh Fest,
Ganesh Fest.
55.
Yeah, 55 idols.
You are something else. Oh my God.
So it's like, now it happens. See, it is not me who is doing it. It is like coming from divine. So it's like every year there is a, butterflies in my stomach before Ganpati, how this season is going to be, and whether we'll be able to deliver it the way we want to do it, and whether people will be happy with whatever we have done, whether they'll be, because it's like, see, everybody has their feelings and emotions attached.
Totally.
It is like a totally different thing. It's not a product selling.
Totally.
It is, they share their emotions and we share our craft with them. So it has to sink in, like both the things have to sink in. So every year the butterflies are there, and every year Bappa helps us to do it well.
May you be blessed with more butterflies and more Bappas every year. And I think anybody who really believes in not just God or worshipping, but somewhere I believe धरती माँ जिसे हम कहते हैं, मदर नेचर जिसे हम कहते हैं, यूनिवर्स जिसे हम कहते हैं, मानते हैं, तो हमें कहीं ना कहीं अपना प्यार, अपना केयर, अपना रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी towards these extended support system को भी देना चाहिए. And what better way than having a Ganesha idol, if you believe and if you call for it during Ganesh festival at your house, why not to have a clay Ganesha, so that when you do a Visarjan, it goes back to where it is. Nature ने आपको दिया है, आपने nature को दोबारा लौटा दिया है. And to do that, you have Meeta Kriti to help you, whether it is DIY, whether it is ready sculptor, or whether it is you have to go and book it through her home studio or other studios that she's got. So next time if you want to do Ganpati Bappa Moria, you know where to go. Great. I think this was superb. More talks and more things coming our way. We are really happy.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you. We have opened up a studio now.
Oh, lovely. Where is this?
Yeah, it's in near to my place only.
Okay. I'm sure Goregaon is already loaded with so much.
So it's a good 600 square feet space.
Wow.
And
when am I coming there?
Yeah, any time, like please come. Please gather your family and everyone.
Lovely. It is so good to hear that you are in a art giving field and not just as a profession, you're doing it as a good deed for parents whose kids are learning through you and the teenagers. And on top of that, spiritually and supporting the Ganesh festival. I wanted to ask you, how different is 2D art different than a 3D, and which one is better or which one is easier or which one sells more, whatever, 2D or 3D, what is it?
So I'll tell you, Kunal, 3D is in 3 dimension, like you have x-axis, y-axis and z-axis also.
Right.
And 2D is x and y axis. There is no z axis in it. जैसे आप अगर मेरे सामने बैठे मैं आपका portrait बनाऊंगी तो I'll just make the front part of you. I will not make the back side of you. But when you are doing it in 3D, you are making the entire thing in 360-degree space. So that is much easier because आप जैसा देख रहे हैं आप वैसा बना रहे हैं. और एक 2D में 3D पर्सपेक्टिव देना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. यू नीड सम एक्सपर्टीज फॉर दैट एंड इट इज़ अ रिस्ट्रिक्शन. लाइक 2D इज़ अ रिस्ट्रिक्शन बिकॉज अगर मुझे आप बनाना है कि कुणाल सोफे पे बैठे हुए हैं तो मुझे सोफ़ा 3D में बनाना है, लेकिन वो 2D स्पेस है. वो स्पेस तो 2D है, आप उसको 3 डायमेंशनल बनाओगे तो देयर इज सम perspective knowledge, there's some expertise you need. But 3D is very easy for anyone to pick up. क्योंकि मैंने ऐसा देखा, अच्छा ये हैंडल यहाँ से बैक बनाया, 4 पैर बनाए और हो गया.
टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है बट इजी है.
नहीं टाइम कंज्यूमिंग भी नहीं है. ओके. वो ज़्यादा लेस टाइम लेगा क्योंकि जो मैं देख रहे हैं जो हम देख रहे हैं वही हम बना रहे हैं. Okay. So it is much easier and much there are some techniques here also. If you know those, then you are master of it. So for me to get through people in 3D, it is much easier. And आप समझिए, कभी आप बिल्डिंग बनाएंगे तो आप 3D में बनाएंगे ना, मतलब how a child like when he grows, like a model, when he is done it in his child or when he is learning it as a child in 3D, it's much easier for them to imagine in 3D. आप कोई भी प्रोफेशन में जाइए, आप डॉक्टर बनिए, इंजीनियर बनिए, या एंड आप आर्किटेक्ट बनिए, आप कोई भी क्रिएटर बनिए, कुछ भी बनिए, आप डांसर बनिए, आप 3D एनवायरनमेंट में डांस करोगे ना. सो दैट इज हाउ यू विल इमेजिन, एंड देन यू विल इमेजिन इन 3D, you will make good in 3D and you will be very class apart. Lovely. In your imagination. Lovely. With the
no, definitely this really encourages me also to have once in 3 months come to the studio and just vent out, because then that should be a ritual. We should curate a batch. I mean, while talking to you also, I'm already getting a lot of ideas. How can I get more people to Meeta Kriti as a studio students where they will have to come like a ritual from our side.
Yes.
Lovely. Also, one more thing I wanted to ask you that does this Ganesh idol, clay idols, they only work in Mumbai or India level, or is there any range of expansion across the globe? How is it?
So the idea of the DIY kit was with that focus only, because India में मुंबई में तो हमें चाहिए ही चाहिए, because there are more than 2 lakh idols, home idols now which are being got. So एक इतना सप्लाई मिलना मुश्किल हो जाता है. तो आप अपना आइडल खुद ही बनाइए और उसको वर्शिप कीजिए. उसमें मतलब आपका एक तो डिवोशन मल्टीफोल्ड, आप उसको मतलब उसमें घुस सकते हैं और उसको एक डिवाइन फीलिंग जो आती है वो तो अलग ही बात है. अपना फील होता है. फिर आप उसका घर पे विसर्जन करते हैं तो जो हमारा ट्रैफिक जैम है, जो पोल्यूशन है, ट्रैफिक पोल्यूशन है, वो भी हम एक उसको अवॉइड वेज में आप सपोर्ट करते हो, तो वो भी अवॉइड करेंगे. आपका ये जो आर्टिफिशियल पूल्स बनते हैं उसको डिस्पोज ऑफ करना कितना मुश्किल हो जाता है. तो आप घर में कीजिए अपने लेवल पे, और वो पानी और मिट्टी को आप प्लांटेशन के लिए यूज कर दीजिए. सो इट इज डन इन अ वेरी सॉर्टेड मैनर.
कीप लुकिंग एट दैट प्लांट एज अ सीड ऑफ गॉड, एज अ ब्लेसिंग.
दैट इज अगेन अ ब्लेसिंग फ्रॉम गॉड, दैट इज ऑलवेज थ्रू आउट द ईयर विद यू. आप फिर अगले साल वापस वही रिपीट करेंगे, पर वो पूरा ये नहीं कि विसर्जन किया और खत्म हो गया. दैट थिंग यू विल सी, जर्नी इज ऑन. You will see it every day, And
You feel that.
yeah,
So there is a scope of any international expansion.
yes,
Have you done it
I
ever?
was coming to that only. So इंटरनेशनली हमने एक्सपोर्ट किए हैं काफ़ी DIY
Oh,
किट्स
wow. Okay.
वहाँ पे और भी ज़्यादा वहाँ के जो US में या यूरोप में देयर द रूल्स आर वेरी डिफरेंट बिकॉज दे आर नॉट नोन टू इंडियन कल्चर सो देयर दे कांट डू द विसर्जन लाइक इन वाटर बॉडीज और
Yeah,
एनीथिंग
yeah, yeah.
सो दे हैव टू डू इट
In
some
their
in their
houses
houses
or
and
okay.
people have come and told me that हम लोग आधी रात को निकलते हैं ताकि कोई देखे नहीं
Oh
और
my
हम
God,
कुछ
okay.
मतलब विसर्जन करके
Oh
आते
my
हैं
God, okay.
तो वो सब करने की जरूरत क्यों
जरूरत
है
ही नहीं
आपने
है।
जब भगवान की पूजा करी है तो आप उनको अच्छे से विदा कीजिए ना किसी से
बिल्कुल,
बच के
बच
छुप
के
के
छुप के
क्यों करना है
Wow.
तो आप अपने घर में कीजिए वहाँ तो घर भी बड़े होते हैं गार्डन एरिया भी बहुत होता है तो आप अपने घर में बकेट में कर दीजिए विसर्जन और फिर वो पेड़ों को मतलब 100% एनवायरमेंट फ्रेंडली वी आर डूइंग इट फ्रॉम पास्ट 16 years एंड सारे पौधे उगे हैं और अच्छे से उगे हैं पीपल हैव रियली have thriving growth of plants with this clay and water.
Too good. Too
So
good.
it's really
So you're just not taking the art from Mumbai, India, but it's crossing the borders
yes.
with the touch of spirituality, DIY kits or whatever. I mean, जो भी आप कर सकते हो आप सब कर रहे हो. I'm really happy and excited. और एक चीज़ पूछना चाहूँगा काफ़ी ऐसे फील्ड होते हैं जो बहुत ज़्यादा फ्लैशी होते हैं या बहुत ज़्यादा फैंसी होते हैं जहाँ पे रिकॉल वैल्यू ज़्यादा होती है या आपके किसी पुराने क्लाइंट ने कॉल कर लिया या कोई So, in your case, do you have any such experience or do you come across any such thing that some of your old clients called you or 2 साल पुराना 5 साल पुराना ऐसा कभी कुछ हुआ है कोई experience?
Yes, Kunal, I was I'll tell you this. Last 2024, it's the entire year have been a year of gratitude for
Okay,
me because
okay.
whatever work I got and the new work they have given me was all because of my old clients. 15-year-old client calling me and telling
wow.
me that we have this new project coming up and we want you to do it. So, it feels so satisfying that, somewhere we did something right and we are still doing it because now there's so much competition as well. But still people want us to do their work. That means, they found some value in our way of working, our, kind of approach to the things and the service which we catered to was, it's still there in their mind and they're coming back to us.
Gotcha.
So there were like, even KidZania for that matter, I'll tell you, it was given to me from a person who had worked with me before COVID or
Okay.
with some mall. He was working there. So we did some, workshops for them. And then when he took up a job in KidZania, he came to me and he told
So
me that,
nice.
we want you to do this. So it's like the entire
Wow.
2024 has been a year of gratitude.
It's a
And
payback
it's
from world to you.
Yeah. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm like always thankful and grateful to people who come back and, find value in our services. It's really very satisfying.
Lovely, excited. And as I said, I'm going to make it a point that once in 3-4 months, or if nothing, at least in
Please,
6
most
months,
welcome, yes.
we'll
Please
like
come.
gate crash, we'll take appointments, whatever it is, come to Meeta Kriti, be in the studio, put our stress out on the paper, on the clay, and just, be relaxed because that's needed.
Yes.
And the best part is it takes you off your digital world,
Yeah.
off your, it's like a proper digital detox that
Yes.
one needs. So thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for adding your set of knowledge verbally for our viewers, listeners, everybody. And if you want to invite us, our listeners, or anybody who would want to just come and see you at the studio, what is the right day, what is the right time, and how can they enroll to your course or whatever you are offering?
So we are open all 6 days. Sundays we've just kept off, but if we have work, we work on Sundays as well. And we work from 11 o'clock to 7 o'clock. But as you know, like we don't have any time limit. That's just a thing to, tell to your teams, okay, then they're relaxed in their
Relax
mind.
totally.
But yeah, we take workshops at our studio as well. So, a group of say 15, 20 people can easily come and, we propose some activities to you. You can choose the best one which interests you the most. We can do that. And also we do offsite as well. Like,
Yes.
we go to your place, we come to your place and do with the entire setup and whatever is required for the workshop. We do that. We did a big, huge workshop, and 150 people were doing T-shirt painting all together.
Wow,
And
lovely.
everybody did it, and we finished that in 45 minutes. In 45 minutes to 1 hour was a timeline given to us, and we could deliver it.
Lovely,
So
lovely.
it is very
Super. With such a great coach like you, anybody would be happy to, finish their task and with a happy face is great. So thank you so much for being on the show. And before we end this show, want your words on how was the experience being on the podcast? How is the experience with Kunal Butch as you've seen my journey? If you can add a few words.
I mean, I told you, Kunal, you are an amazing, amazing person doing so many things yourself. Like, you are a coach, you're a writer, then you dance so well. That is your different profession.
Absolutely.
Altogether, I was talking to an anchor a few days back, and he told me that there are three names in event industry wherein they are the star anchors. And he said one fellow, and he said Kunal Butch, and then one more fellow. I said, what? What name did you say? Like, Kunal Butch, I know him personally. He's a good friend, and I've seen him from where to where he's come up.
Lovely.
And it's
Thank
so good to hear from he didn't know that I know you.
Right, obviously,
He was like,
obviously.
yeah. He told that I want to become like him. I said, like,
Oh,
oh,
wow.
wow. So I was like, okay, very good. Like, I am really I've always appreciated
I'm
you.
sure, yes, you
Because,
are.
what happens, see, we are in a field that we need to customize our services. We can't always be in a fixed kind of a
Yes,
box that
yes.
this is what we'll do.
Yes.
And you have always come and helped us or anybody who's come to you, and out of the way you have gone and given some extra service or some extra zing to whatever activity you are doing, which is like the best part about you. That is what I
Super.
always appreciate.
Thank you.
So I've met many people who are into like the profession which you are in, but then why you stand out is this because of your this
That's what I'm
yeah.
blessed. I'm
Yeah.
blessed by the culture, by family, parents, obviously,
Always.
and
always.
God's blessings that keeps it's like a halo around me.
Yeah.
It follows me, protecting me from all
Protecting
wrong
from-
things. Thank you
yeah.
so much, Meetaji, for coming on the show, and hope that we do more podcasts where
Sure.
where you execute more deliveries of our Indian culture, art form, and Ganpati Bappa across the globe.
Surely, definitely.
Thank
Thank you for
so
inviting
much
me.
for being
Thank
there.
you. Thank you.